Welcome to the Find Your Flow podcast. Hi there, listener. I had already been a Reiki master teacher for a few years by the time I began my Feng Shui study. So the idea of a home's energy needing to align with that of the people living there just made sense to me. Still does. But let me explain real quick. Energy is all around us. Everything is made of energy. You and I run on energy, and we store energy in our cells. Energy is at the very root of absolutely everything you and I experience. And the best way to explain it is that our energy is really the emotions that we feel. And every time we ever feel anything, that energy is shared and embodied into everything and everyone around us. So if I have a bad day, that energy has to go somewhere. Some gets stored in my body, somewhere in my body, and that's a whole other conversation. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. That's the energy of physical pain. But some of it also gets stored in the objects we have. So say you're holding a cup and you have a bad conversation. The energy of that conversation, the emotions of that conversation actually get stored in the molecules of that cup. Now, when you express your emotions, that energy gets shared into the environment and with anyone who happens to be in our vicinity. Have you ever walked into a room and wanted to turn right around and leave? That's negative energy in the space, shared by someone who's probably not having such a good time. Well, our homes are filled with our energy and the energy of everyone who has ever lived or visited there. It's that simple. If you haven't done a house clearing, everything is still there. Reiki is the study of how energy works and a practice of connecting to source energy to channel it through to this realm and level of living to help clear negative energy, amplify positive energy, and help us and others feel their best. So like I said, having already been a Reiki practitioner, figuring out Feng Shui was a breeze, at least the energy of it. The rules of what goes where and why, that absolutely was a learning curve, but I eventually figured it out. And I figured out how to make it a little simpler to put into practice because, well, that's just who I am. I love efficiency and ease. I love taking complex topics and making them as simple as possible. That's why I've taught Reiki and reintroduced people to being their own connected channel to source energy. And it's why I started this podcast series to help you quickly and easily transform your home so that you're happier, more peaceful, and frankly, selfishly, if you're more positive, the world's a more positive place. Don't we all just want to live in a more positive world? I mean, it makes perfect sense to me. Anyway, you figured out your why in the last episode. Okay, if you haven't, don't go any farther. Pause this here and go listen to and do the exercises in the last episode. But for those who have done the work, I want you to write down your why. Yes, I know, you already did that. You wrote it in your journal, but I want you to write it again. This time, write it down on a piece of paper and then close your eyes and keep that paper in between your hands as you place your hands in prayer position. Speak your why out loud. Now, this is very important. Go listen to the meditation, Rest to Rise, a Reiki meditation for intention and becoming. This is going to support you in your journey. We're going to Reiki your intention. We're going to Reiki your why. We're going to connect you intimately through your channel with your why. We're going to align your soul with your purpose to elevate your experience on your Feng Shui journey. Okay, now go. Get to it. Love, Lisa. Thanks for being here with me, listener. If you found this information helpful, please share it with someone else who may benefit from it. And be sure to join the Nagare Life mailing list, where I will be sharing Feng Shui tips and answering your questions. That's right. Be my pen pal. Your questions and curiosities will create the email topics. So ask away. I'll be using this space to chat directly with you. Sign up now at nagarelife.com.